Hi guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Gigi, and today I want to talk about how to get into the zone, the intuition zone, the part of you that is intuitive, how to connect with that. And um, in order to really get intuitive guidance and connect with that, you need to be in a certain state. And once you're in that state, you also have to give yourself some parameters, some structure, so you can actually use that state and um, connect clearly. So, the first thing that we're going to talk about is how to get yourself into a trance state. And the second part is how to set intentions and affirmations in order to use this trance state. So, the first thing to do when you want to connect with your intuition is to get into a state of being, a state of mind, a state of motion, a state of physical feeling where you are relaxed, where you are surrendered, and you are receptive. Intuition is something that we receive, and you need to get into that state where you are open and receptive, which is essentially a relaxed state, a trance state. And how you can do that is basically up to you. You can go onto, YouTube or read books and find whatever basically relaxes you, and that's going to be very personal for you. What I do is I just focus on my breathing, and I give gratitude to my heart, and I give gratitude to my guides for watching over me and protecting me and helping me communicate and being that boundary that really lets me let go and really get into my intuition and really get into my any messages that are received or what I'm seeing. I really always let my guides know that I am grateful that they are there and protecting me and helping me. And that is also just a great thing to affirm just for yourself, because sometimes you need to sort of know that there is support around you to really let go and get deep enough to actually hear them. So I like to give gratitude for my guides. I like to focus on my heart. I like to focus on my third eye, my crown, my gut, and my pituitary. Kind of any gland I feel aids in the intuitive process that I feel might need opening that day. I give gratitude to it. And then I also personally imagine roots growing deep into the ground, grounding me, connecting me here, allowing me to have a perspective that is earthly and that is logical. I don't ever let go of this reality of being rooted here, being grounded. And the deeper that I ground myself and that I stay connected here and feel solid here, the higher that I can go and the more clear that I can get higher guidance. So after I'm grounded here, then I also open up my crown and I open up to my higher guidance. There, I imagine myself a light kind of growing out of me, and I imagine there being a flow of information and out information. And that is the state that I kind of automatically go into. That works for me. And once I'm in there, I'm pretty much ready to go. And as you do that, it gets faster and faster. So I can pretty much just do all that stuff in like a few seconds because I'm used to doing it. And I still experiment with other ways to get into my intuitive zone too. So do experiment with whatever works for you. So now that you're in an intuitive state, the next step is to set an intention for that state, because just because you're there, when you're working with spiritual energy, it's so vast and it's so expansive that, giving yourself some parameters, some structure for all that expansive energy to come through will really, really help you focus, and it will really help you filter the information faster. So, so basically, you can do it out loud if you feel like that grounds it more and gives it more power, or you can just say it in your head. And some of the intentions that I set is I ask to my higher self to help me be a clear channel for guidance and information, and that whatever information I get is serving everyone's highest good involved. So I ask for clarity, and I ask for anyone involved to be affected in the highest way. And that kind of keeps everything kind of tighter and within some boundaries. I also say, allow me to receive guidance that can be understood clearly and validated. I say this one a lot because sometimes I find with my intuition, like I was doing when I was first opening my intuition, I would watch some shows like TV shows, and I would try and tune in on certain things, and I would find that my intuition didn't really adhere to time. So I would be trying to tune into whatever this mystery was that was being solved on this TV show I was watching, and I'd be getting visuals and images of certain things, like say a train and someone rolling dough and a person in a hat, and I would be like, well, this had nothing to do with those things. And then the next one that I'd watch, or the one 2 episodes later that I would watch, would have all those things as key elements in the show and in the mystery that was being solved. So I found that when I said that the guidance that I'm receiving be clear and able to be validated within a certain parameter, then it actually got a bit better and it stopped doing that. So it's good to kind of ask. Don't be afraid to ask if you want your information to be able to be validated. And then also don't be upset if for whatever reason it's not being validated when you want it to be validated, because sometimes information needs to sit for a while and it will be validated later. Sometimes you won't understand a certain message for years. Maybe there are tons of messages that you don't really understand on a conscious level, but it was very instrumental on a subconscious level. So keep that in mind as well. And I also always set the intention that I allow my guides to protect me and that I am safe in doing this work. So whatever intentions you resonate with, those are just some of mine. And the last thing about setting intentions when you're doing this work is don't let your intention setting stop during the day. So I found that it was really instrumental as well when I was working on my intuition, and I still am working on my intuition, but I found that it really helped me when I did affirmations throughout the day, because I found that when I really paid attention to how I was feeling, when I was doing intuitive work, that I would sort of have fears about developing my intuition and fears about really stepping into my power as a intuitive. And I found that when I began affirming different intentions throughout the day, even when I wasn't using my intuition, that it really helped me open up. So here, I'm just going to read some affirmations that I suggest. One is, the more relaxed I get, the more easy the messages become. The more relaxed I get, the more easy it becomes to receive messages. It is safe for me to connect to my guides and higher self. It is safe for me to regain my intuitive abilities. I am more intuitive each day. I am very visual. It is safe to feel. Those two are good for if you're developing your clairvoyance or clairsentience. I am very visual that affirmation helps you develop a sense of clairvoyance. It is safe to feel, allows you to further develop your clairsentience or your ability as an empath. My intuition naturally comes exactly when I need it. I allow my guides to make a strong connection to me, making it easier to communicate. I am a medium. I am a clairvoyant. I am an empath. I am a claircognizant. So you can use whatever affirmations you want throughout the day, but try saying it. Try reprogramming your subconscious mind to regain your abilities and reconnect with, your birthright. Being intuitive is your birthright. It's your gift. Everybody is. So affirm to yourself throughout the day. Surrender, connect, and be patient with yourself. Have a sense of play. A sense of play is instrumental and getting intuitive insight, because when you're playing, you're really kind of actively relaxing, and it allows you to really get good information when there's that sense of play where things don't have to be correct and everything's not so important. As soon as that sense of play is there, it opens up a lot of places that are closed when you're not in a sense of play. So yeah, I hope that helps, and have a great day.